Hello, welcome to day 223, I think is the correct date. We're back in Stardew. I have pulled Curtis from his hourly smelt of hourly smelting of stuff.
Oh, actually, I was looking for copper, and I just found
Yeah.
copper a little while ago. Then I had to go eat dinner. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
also trying to find lime. Can't find any goddamn lime.
We've gotten a notification. Don't buy any more stuff to plant. We probably will buy something else because Jesus Christ, we are hurting for money. Today's topic.
Certainly.
I have an entire video talking about dragons and how to properly, like, do a campaign on them. What would be one of your favorite monsters that you think people run wrong that you could do entire campaigns on?
Oh, there are many monsters. It depends on the level of the campaign. It depends
Well, just your
on
favorite.
what they're trying to make it.
Like your favorite one. Like, mine's dragons because people don't run dragons right.
Oh, how do you run dragons then?
I mean, we don't run dragons right either. But I think
How do
that
you think a dragon should be run?
a dragon should be ran, well, from the ways that you've all described, highly intelligent, always planning and plotting, and with a large cult-based following.
It depends on the age. Cult's a bit of a maybe, but otherwise you're not wrong. You forget dragons are very old creatures most of the time if you're going to be encountering a dragon. Now, if you encounter a younger dragon, you can run it dependently, but yeah. Things people use but use wrong.
Mainly about the facts that
I mean,
hordes, for dragons, they're a lot more than what generally a DM would be comfortable with if they want to continue on a campaign. I threw out some ideas about how to,
well,
like,
it
limit.
depends. It depends on the dragon, very much so. But it also can depend on, like, story is the most important thing of any D&D campaign. So there's a reason you don't just there's an entire you now have an entire country's worth of money
Yeah,
that this
but
dragon
you're an
saved up over
adventurer.
the
What do you think the
entirety of
government's
their
gonna
life.
do with that?
Well, it depends. It depends on your D&D campaign, really.
All right, how would you run it if they had like a country's amount of money? You're the DM. You're running a dragon. They got country's mountains of money.
Put a reason in there that they can't take it all. Make them run
Yeah,
away.
but you want.
Make something go wrong when the dragon dies. Perhaps if they're in a cave, make them like start their breath weapon starts blasting the walls and starts causing chaos and mayhem, and the party has to leave the cave quickly, giving them enough time maybe to grab a bit, but not everything.
I went with the thing of the government wants their fucking bit. It's taxable. It's taxable income. So what you've just gotten.
It's not though. It's kind of not though.
Why would it not be, though?
Well, because do you get taxed when you it's a very bad example. We don't live in a fantasy setting. I don't know. Do you get taxed when you like go out hunting for a deer and that deer happens to have just like
I mean,
a
according
silver
to
bar
you
on
and
it?
Ricky, I should be doing that to you all.
It taxes taxes, you only pay taxes, you forget it, but if you own things. And most adventurers don't own a lot. In terms of like, a place to live or things like that. And if there are taxes, they probably already pay them when when they stay in an inn, includes tax, when they buy items. You gotta give the government their dues and all.
You gotta give their government dues. Also, if it was a quest or a request by like a guild or something. Why is there a chewing
That
stick going to the meat? Okay.
if you're gonna say that, like, oh, the guild wants all the money you found, most adventure parties are just gonna go, nah, fuck you, and leave.
Well, no, they take a cut.
Yeah, they take a cut, but a cut of a country-sized wealth is not a lot. It's like, oh, I want 10% of $10 million. Like, oh, okay, well then that still leaves me with $9 million.
Hmm. I.
The best way is to limit the dragon horde. And again, it very much depends on who your players are, but like most of the time, be willing to give your party a lot of money. Just take into account that, like, oh, they're probably going to want to buy some stuff with that money. Maybe they won't have the right kind of financial sense and they'll spend it all at once. And then it's like, oh, you have no more money now. Not great. And you forget, magic items in D&D are, like, if you want to buy them, they can be exorbitantly expensive.
I found a thunder egg.
So, like, if a party of adventurer finds, like, 200,000 gold, that's a lot of gold. But also, that can buy a lot in terms of a normal person's, like, stuff that they would need, like food, by house, by like other like things that you would want as like, I have loads of money. But like, if you spend them on magic items and adventuring equipment, and take into account at by the time you're able to kill a dragon that is of a level that has a horde that big, that's like an adult dragon, an ancient dragon. Those are very hard to kill monsters for a normal adventuring party. They've
It's
earned
not
it at that.
impossible, by any means, for 2 or 3 to be able to do it. Key and point our group, our friend group. You have
Yeah,
soloed adults and an
yeah, not in
ancient.
their lair.
Not in their lairs, no. But you still have soloed.
Yeah, under extraneous circumstances. But you forget, David, dragons are supposed to be like end game bosses, because they very much are. So by the time you get to that point, if you're able to kill a dragon, or pull out some bullshit like kill a dragon, your party's kind of deserved it at that point, because it's like, damn, you did that, cool. Um, so give them the reward, and then just plan ahead about just like, well, they're gonna get a lot of money if they find that. And you can also do the thing of like, they could kill a dragon outside of its horde, and like they have a rough idea of maybe where its horde and its lair might be. But
But
due to
lore
other
wise, they're supposed to
circumstances,
have like
perhaps
multiple hordes.
it depends on the dragon. Most dragons only normally have one. They normally have one horde that they will keep, like the the good collection of their stuff in. But you can very much make it like, oh, you killed the dragon outside of its lair. You don't know where its lair is, but like, and there's a possibility that you could find it if it's in the area. But you could give the party like, oh, due to other circumstances, you don't have the time. Like, you
Regardless,
have to be
dragon
so.
slaying is a lucrative business strategy if you are able to do it.
Well, that, that's the thing. At that point, you could also do it the Witcher style.
Mm?
the Witcher style of things. Where do you know how dragons work in Witcher?
No, I've never played Witcher. I don't know anything about it. You know this.
Well, I have to ask. Maybe you do. So in Witcher, dragon hunting is a very big thing because there are rumors and there are legends that dragons have hordes of gold, and because of that, bands of adventurers hunted them to near extinction.
And they didn't have hordes of gold.
And they didn't have hordes of money. So you could very much treat it as like, oh yeah, no, back in the day, perhaps, yeah, dragons might have had like a bunch of stuff, but like, if everybody knows that like, dragon slaying, good money, it probably a good sign that like, oh well, no, those dragons are probably adapted to, you know, have to live differently because they're being hunted for their wealth. And in D&D, it's a little bit different.
D&D is very different.
D&D dragons are much harder to kill than dragons from Witcher. Like dragons from Witcher, depending on the dragon, they are
Yeah, dragons in
sentient.
general. I'm guessing I'm going to call this Dragon Help Part 2. But dragons in general have innate magical skill. They can almost cast. They can probably cast above 9th level, right?
Depending on the dragon, it's very much possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So sticking with the D&D correct dragon.
Got a bean. There's a storm outside too.
Oh, are we getting storms again?
Oh, of course we are. Dragons are very interesting to run. Like it very much depends on like at what level your players are at. Like any good monster, it very much depends on the rest of the story. And if that dragon is like, oh, maybe that dragon was roped into doing this by like the bigger evil of the story, it's like, oh, well, maybe that dragon isn't as powerful as maybe a normal dragon would be. Maybe they have some like they have some condition or something that makes them, you know, weaker than an average dragon. And then you can run them like that. Maybe they have less health, they do more damage, and a few other things, but still they are this imposing, yeah, dragon. You can always run it that way. I can't really think of. I haven't watched a lot of D&D campaigns where I was like that creature I feel was run poorly.
You can say that a lot about the creatures that I run, though, can't you?
Give me an example.
The adult dragon you fought in the dungeon maze.
I presume that was just because of the fact that it wasn't an actual dragon, so it was fabricated.
I mean, yeah. But that was me trying to use an actual dragon with what I thought were dragon stats. Granted, I did injure the dragon prior because it was like, oh, Curtis accidentally found it first. Let's go with the weaker stats.
Yeah, which, if I fought a full-blown red dragon, I probably very much would have died.
And then you actually took out what I gave for, like, injuring stats. So, okay, never mind. We're going to do full stats on Curtis.
It should be stated to remember, by the way, I did end up dying. Like, I did fall over. I didn't die. But, like, my character did fail. Like,
how do you unfuck this bridge? I see a bunch of different things over here that I want to mine, but...
You mean unfuck? Oh, you mean the... You can't. It happens eventually, I think. I think it just happens eventually. We've just never gotten to that point.
And it really sucks. What level are you on?
25.
I'm a coming.
I don't really know what to be doing right now. I remember what gives us money later, but like, we don't have that yet. So I suppose the best way is just to get money.
26, you little bastard.
I was at 25 and I went down. Okay.
Well, I got berries for you if you want one.
I got a few.
I'm heading down the ladder.
But yeah, it can very much depend on the monster, and you can always run a monster like subpar if there's a like, you know, if you make a reason.
All right.
Encounters should always be
Better Lord DM, other than Ricky, who is not here. How would you run a true dragon?
It would depend on the setting, but if you're talking like your stereotypical fantasy dragon, and I'm assuming you're then
D&D
talking
dragon
about,
in
like,
a different campaign, other than the one that you have currently. Are you there? You stuck? Ah. He's gone. Oh, shit. Well, I've been abandoned in the mines to suffer.
yes, you have
Oh, he's back.
suffer. Um, it's very hard to say exactly how to run a creature without like a specific setting. But if you're just talking about like a
A dragon straight from the monster
is
manual.
very smart. A dragon straight from the monster manual. A dragon is very smart. A dragon will likely not want to full on fight an adventuring party that it knows it like could take it out. There, dragons are very old creatures, but they got that way because
They're smart.
they're not cowards.
They're
not.
They're smart.
They're smart about being like, I'm gonna lead them into a trap. Because like, funny enough, dragons constantly lead adventurers into traps. It's like, oh, well, they saw me, so I'm going to now lead them down this this gorge path. And maybe if they're not up to snuff adventurers, maybe they haven't heard the stories that dragons are actually, you know, intelligent and can pick a fight and actually are smart. And maybe at the end of this long ravine, there's a giant boulder, and I can trap them in, and then I can just from above pepper the entire area with fire or coal, like flybys. A dragon must always be smart, but they are still they're still very cocky.
They're sneaky.
Yeah, I mean they're supposed to be. They're very sneaky, shitty little creatures. And of course, if like you're running an evil campaign, and it's like, oh well,
Where the fuck is the exit?
oh no. If you're playing like an evil campaign, it's like, oh, a dragon would be kind of different, but they're still schemy and sneaky. So it's like, well, while you do want to run a dragon, there he is.
Aha.
Not all of them.
No, the way is
You have to
open.
kill all of them.
The way is opened. It said.
Did it say that? Okay, let me just go to the beginning. But yeah, a dragon can very much depend. There was a Curse of Strahd campaign I was watching that I just kind of stopped watching that was running like, you know, Curse of Strahd as Curse of Strahd, but it was putting in some other elements because some of the party members had already, you know, like played the Curse of Strahd campaign. So I thought that was very interesting, but I can't really remember all of what they did. It's been a little while. I need to go back.
So you would use it as either a creature that's being coerced, which is very unusual. I haven't heard that from any of the monster manual stuff that I've like looked over. About a dragon, like
Dragons are very smart, but dragons do make deals with people, and depending on the person they make a deal with, maybe they didn't make the right deal. Maybe they were a little too brash, and they thought they could very much get away with what they were doing, and turned out they were very wrong. Perhaps they were tricked into, you know, a deal with like a devil, which can happen. Dragons do, at their core, wish to be kind of incredibly powerful, and they want for immortality. And well, devils can offer such things as long as you maybe pay the right price. And oh,
found it
well,
that way.
You
Found the way down.
you failed, and you failed in what you said you were gonna do for that devil, and nope. Well, now you owe him your soul, so you better do what he says. Left all this. You left all this stuff.
I don't have room.
You get your backpack. But I mean, it very much depends on what kind of dragon it is, how old it is, the environment in which it was it's because any good dragon will very much have a backstory. It's not just the red dragon in the woods. It's like, no, this is
dragons are named characters. There's not dragons are named characters.
They're very well, okay. When you get to higher level campaigns, you totally can have just nameless dragons. Because it's like, this incredibly powerful named dragon has many underlings beneath him, and perhaps you didn't care to learn their names, but they do have names, probably.
In general, dragons do call themselves something, I'm sure.
Yeah, but if a dragon does in some way become like subservient, which again is rare, because dragons are again smart creatures that normally do not get themselves tangled up in stuff like that, at least on purpose. They will sometimes not tell you their name. Like most dragons, you are totally right. They will go like, "I am Althrak, great dragon of the Mirkwood, and I have come for your skulls," or something like that. Like most dragons, you're totally right. They will have a name, and their name will be something decently grand or important enough that it's like, oh well. You should get home, by the way. It's almost 11 o'clock.
I know. I'm in a cutscene.
Oh, what did you do?
Gus. Or not Gus. The homeless guy.
Let's see. Oh, it's a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Boo. I want rain.
Alright. But we talked about dragons and the way you would... What is a monster you would like to run, but you never get a chance to?
Ooh.
Or creature, or something. Because I have dragons. I want to run a dragon right, but I never fucking can.
You have a campaign right now, so,
I do.
And I know there are dragons out there that probably... Well, I know there are dragons that are out there that are interested in our party because the things we've done.
100% there are. You've actually met two. You've met them.
Yeah,
you didn't know you've met them. This is me telling you. You've met two already.
Yeah, I know I met one. I can't remember what the other one would have been, but yeah, there are dragons out there that were like, "Oh, you've been doing things. You're interesting."
And you do. I did tell you about the fact that you are now a dragon slayer.
Mm-hmm.
I think you forgot about that too.
No, I remembered. Creature that I want to run and I never get the chance to run. Well, I currently have a campaign, so like
We all
the
have
problem with my
campaigns, but we
campaign
just don't
currently,
have like.
the problem with my campaign is you all are in a city full of people. So to throw a monster at you in a city of people would be a bit
Well, no,
weird.
no,
I
no.
feel
Like
like.
I've wanted to throw dragons. I've included dragons in campaigns because dragons always go with D&D, but I can never run them right.
I mean, yeah,
So
yeah, you're not wrong. Dragons, always go into a D&D campaign, at least in some way, shape, or form. Like,
following the logic that I have just presented you, what would you say would be a monster equivalent to that you would want to run?
like
I mean, I have
ever.
another one, but I don't. I'm not great at running those, but I
I
am currently running
suppose
it.
if I suppose it would very much be like whenever I would to run another campaign. Depending on how long the campaign you all are currently in lasts. Because if we do it, we'll,
By
we'll
the way,
get
have you
through
gotten
it.
a
But
green
like,
bean yet from that damn plant?
yeah, I put it in the green chest.
Damn it, I needed that.
I told you I got it. I said loudly and verbally, I got a bean.
I don't think I understood you. Anyhow,
You can go back and watch the video. I specifically, I got a bean.
I'm bet I didn't understand a
Why?
damn word of it. But
Creature I would like to run. It's been a minute since I've looked at the like a monster manual for like monsters. Because again, my campaign is currently taking place in a city where it's mostly people and other like humanoid races that I
I
can
mean, I
pretty
can
much
go off the top of my
make.
head about things that I would love to run, but it doesn't fit with any of the campaigns that I would want to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like why like if I were to run, I guess the better question would be if I run a sidebar campaign, what do I want to run?
That's a good point. There are great monsters for one shots.
Oh, there are loads. Like you can like, you know what? This will be mine simply for the fact that it was like one of the first ones I thought of. I thought of an aboleth first, but then I was like, no, 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 not an aboleth. Um, not a mind flare. What do they call? I had it a second ago. A beholder. Ooh, that would actually be really good. Okay, I have a one shot idea. Uh, a campaign
I've
or like a
wrote my
one
own
shot.
death here, audience. I've wrote my own death.
A one shot where it's a party of like higher level adventurers going in to fight a dragon. They go into like they're expecting to find a dragon in a deep dark cave, but actually the the cave has been like the dragon is dead and it's been killed by like a weird beholder that's been sleeping there for a while. Because if you know anything about beholders, they change reality when they dream. So the beholder like
They fucking
changes
what
itself.
now?
You didn't know that?
No.
Beholders, whenever they sleep, they can sometimes dream. Like, do you know what a death tyrant is?
Yes, it's a
A
weird.
death tyrant,
It's weird. Beholder,
it's
right?
a beholder it's a beholder that has dreamed of its own death and wishes above everything else to prevent it. So its dream becomes reality and it becomes a death tyrant. Its skin sloughs off, it turns into a giant skeleton, basically turns itself into a lich. Beholders are kind of scary. Like, the monster manual does not really give the beholder the credit it kind of deserves, because they are, I forget what CR they are, but they're high level creatures, but like a beholder that is old are scary. They can be as scary as like dragons. And they're crazy, is the thing. So like a group of adventurers would like make their way in, like, oh, we're gonna go fight a dragon. We brought like give the one shot a thing of like, oh, well, everybody came in with like, oh, you get to pick a magic item or two. You'll be fighting a dragon. Everybody, you would totally be like, oh, well, I'll pick a dragon slaying sword. Well, I'll pick like, what kind of dragon is it supposed to be? Oh, red dragon. I'll pick like fire resistance armor or something like that. And then it just like you flip it 180 and it's like, nope, you're not fighting a red dragon. You're fighting a crazy beholder, and the entire layout of this dungeon has flipped on its head.
That would
Good
be...
luck. Don't die.
You know what? You've made me think now of a way to incorporate beholders into
You put that
my
in your
campaign.
campaign. You put that in your campaign. I'll give that to you. You can take that. I'd be fine if that happened. I'd be like,
Actually, you know what? You've asked the guy who's made these fucking dungeons how he did it.
what do you mean?
You talked to Adrilius. Adrilius.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, you've talked to him.
Yeah,
You've asked me
I
about
know.
it, and I'm like, I need time to think about how you actually did that. But give me a bit. He'll
Yeah,
tell
like
you there's just a beholder
beholders-
chained up in there to like a game thing, and he's just like watching movies, like inside his own mind.
I mean, it would kind of work, like in a weird way. It would work because like beholders, they don't just affect their own bodies when they dream. If you find the lair of beholder, it is very likely that that place is a geometric nightmare because beholders come from the far realm. And if you know anything about the far realm, it's basically the realm of Cthulhu. It
Huh.
is it is the realm of the elder gods. It is where no living mortal being dare tread, and even the gods fear its existence.
I wanted to point out something. I just cracked a geode, and I got something called Celestionite.
That
I can-
sounds expensive.
Yeah, I could go give it to Gunther, or I could take it back to the farm. What do you want me to do with it?
I give it a Gunther. It's probably quite rare, so if we give it to him, it'll be better. Or no, like give it to the museum.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Do you want me to or not?
Yeah,
Okay.
give it to the museum. I think it can be used for something, but I'm forgetting, so it's fine. Oh, we need money. How can we make money? But yeah. Like a beholder, like I immediately thought of like an elder creature, so I was like,
Celestionite.
Perfect.
Some early life forms had bones made from this.
Very
Okay, so that's just a
topical. I feel like
fucking
we should,
chunk of a god. Okay, great.
very topical, and I feel as though we should ignore that. But anyway, yeah, that was the idea that I immediately came up with. I was like, yes, beholder. Run a crazy beholder that it was like play on what we've been talking about, like dragons. Like, oh, you're coming here to fight a dragon. Your party is all geared up with like anti-dragon equipment. Like, oh, you got like fire.
But that is
resistant
another
armor,
thing
and
too.
You got, like, a sword,
People don't
dragon
really go
blade.
set out to kill dragons.
Unless they become a problem, which at that point you could very much make the one shot about like you're a band of like high level adventurers. You're like one of 3 parties that are being sent to go deal with a dragon that has been sighted in the area that's burned down farms and a bunch of stuff. But like when you get there, it's like, psych, that dragon's been dead, or that dragon has like freshly within the past like week, it got killed by a beholder. And maybe the dragon's like still inside.
that
Maybe
was
it's been
another
arisen
thing
by
I
the
thought of.
beholder.
Like, when you have a party that they get, like, you want to throw something at them that you know that the reward will be like too difficult. Is one, the government's a thing they're going to want to cut. They do have the power and ability to send high tier adventurers to come and be like, hey, you should pay your fucking taxes, or the guild themselves
no,
can
no,
send
no,
them
no.
in, or you can have armies.
Yeah, but no, that's not as interesting. The way you most of the time can just completely get around that in a D&D
Well,
campaign,
no, it would be
just
interesting.
have it be like,
There,
no, just have it literally be like, hey, this is a government contract. We have other things we need to be doing. Your job is to kill this thing. You get to keep whatever you find. That's your payment, and you don't have to pay tax. Like, that's, like, it's a dangerous thing, but it's like, you kill the dragon,
but there,
dragon corpse is yours. You do
100,
whatever you want.
100%, you could definitely do evil king with it, or a
Yeah,
false
you
evil
totally
king,
could, but that's
and that would be a
far less
perfect little
interesting.
thing.
It's no, that's far more boring because it's like, oh, you've returned from a great adventure where you fought a actual ancient dragon, and oh, you've returned. The king wants his taxes. Staring down the party that killed
The
an
king wants
ancient
his
dragon.
taxes with a all corrupting bullshit that finally gets revealed to the party, and now they're all branded traitors, terrorists, and enemies of the state. Now they have to lead a rebellion
I
to
mean,
overthrow it. That is a
no,
total.
there's so many better ways you could do that. No, there's so many better ways you could do that. No offense, because it's like, what if the king had enough power at his disposal to send a party of adventurers strong enough to kill an ancient dragon, and then when they come back, be like, "Ha! By the way, we're stronger than you. We want all your shit." At that point, why the fuck didn't the king just send out his own loyal men to do it themselves? It
Simple. There,
doesn't make as much sense.
I mean, it would be
The
if
only
it's
way it
like an
maybe
advisor
makes
or
sense
something.
is like the king. Well, like the king didn't have enough power to do it himself, but at that point, the king's probably smart enough to know that like, oh, I don't have enough manpower to like go kill an ancient dragon. I know of these adventurers though that can probably do it, and if they can't, oh well, they're dead. I don't have to deal with them anymore. At that point, why would the king then immediately double down on them and go, hey, by the way, I know I didn't have enough power to kill the thing you just killed, so I'm gonna take all your stuff and you now work for me. Because at that point, the adventure party is gonna be like,
No.
no, why? And they're either gonna leave, and like the kingdom can be like, no, you can't leave. We're gonna stop you. But it's like, we're the adventuring party that killed the dragon. Like, what are you gonna do?
Simple. Do the
You
anime
go buy a
thing.
bag, by the way.
Heroes have just showed up. Well, yeah, you should do. You should do that. But no, like, do the fucking anime thing. Heroes that showed up from a different world, summoned by the king, and because they don't know any better, they're gonna come beat your fucking ass.
Yeah, but if we're talking about Isekai, that's completely different. But I was saying you should go get a bag. I already have a bag.
Oh wait, you? Oh okay. Oh, don't forget to water and feed and pet the dog.
Yeah, I got it. But it can make sense if like, oh yeah, from an isekai, but like D&D has been far more interesting to me if it's like you exist in this world, you've been a part of this, you are the reason it is like this, perhaps. But you're not wrong. Isekais can be interesting.
Well,
Like,
no. Like,
after
have
you
the
finish
actual
your job.
party have to deal with the guy from another world.
Oh, that's an idea in of itself. That has nothing to do with the kingdom.
That's what I was trying to be like.
That's its own thing. That could totally be more interesting. It's like, oh, this hero from another world has come in and like, oh, they defeated all the evils of the world, but actually they killed the king and now they're in charge. Your job now is to defeat the evil hero that is turned against humanity. Like, that's a story. Yeah.
Well, here's
It's not a
another
very
thing
common
too.
story, but
For it, it would be. Okay. Let me think.
final
So,
day, by the way, and then we'll be done.
yes, this is okay. So, King already is quietly a piece of shit. He just doesn't have the ability to. Uh, well, he would ordinarily have the ability to do more things, and he's recently like, okay, I can perform my plan, and then all of a sudden, a disaster has befell the kingdom, so he has to break up all his forces. And a red dragon or dragon or something big that needs to be taken care of comes around. He hires out adventurers, and now I've got a cutscene. Great. Okay. So they go defeat the dragon. And while they're all like doing that, the whatever's happened, uh, because you could just say it like it's a plot point, like, oh, we have to summon help from the gods, and like basically there is a way to do this, and on my mind is that wanting to go into words. I need an actual point A, point B. Point A, King's evil, wants to be evil, but is dealing with things outside his control from the kingdom that requires him to get help from uh, another source. It could be gods, it could be devils, it could be primordials for all we can know. All we know is that there's a dragon that's causing trouble for him. He hires out adventurers because he cannot send his forces because they are busy doing other things. And then, after getting done with that, in between now and then, the deal has fell through, and they now have a powerful being or entity or person that now is going to act as proxy for King. So now they go, okay, cool. Give all the stuff back, or we're going to go and do this. That is totally a thing you can do.
Yes, it is very different than what you were describing, but yeah. It can very much depend, but yeah, a hero, like, at that point you might not even, like, you could totally narrow it down to, like, it doesn't have to be, like, a hero from another world at that point. It could just be the hero that was risen above all, that defeated the evils of the world, and
Yeah, you
they
could do
weren't actually a
that.
good guy, apparently. It would make far more, it makes far more sense at the end of the day. We're just like, ah, yes, the hero that everybody idolized actually wasn't that good of a guy, and he's killed the king, and he has supporters within like all levels of the government, and now the state has become a dictatorship, and you fast forward a few years later, and it's like you have grown up in this, and you are tired of the tyranny. And it's
Now we're
like
just
that's
giving
your
D&D
motivation.
campaign items rather than help.
Eh. Hey, you also gotta have your random thugs. Don't
Yeah.
forget about those guys. Those guys are important. Let me tell you,
Actually,
they've
that's an
almost killed the
underused
party.
thing. Random bandits.
What are you talking about? I do that all the time.
Why do I get another cutscene right after another?
I don't know.
What the
I
Here
got
comes
I got
Joanna
dragged
Mart.
into this one. Yeah, I don't care. Go away, Drew. I'm busy fishing.
But yeah, no. Underused things. Dragons, aboleths, and bandits. 100% you could have an entire bandit, like, bandit king, try to depose the actual government for either good or
Yeah, you
bad
just make it a
purposes.
yeah, no, you just make it a lower level campaign. You just make it like, oh, the maximum amount you all are gonna get to in this campaign is like level 7. And it's like, you all are gonna be fighting bandits for the kingdom.
Or you're going to be fighting the kingdom for the bandits.
No, yeah, you
Total night raid
totally
thing
could
on
make your
that.
campaign. Nah, yeah. At that point, it's more assassins than bandits, but yeah. I see where your head's at. See where you go.
We need 200 gold for this, by the way.
You mean you need 200 gold?
Backpack upgrade, 24 slots.
I thought you had enough. Was it not 1,000 gold?
No, it's 2,000.
I thought it was 1,000.
I sit through 2 fucking things trying to get a goddamn backpack, and now I can't even get the goddamn backpack. God damn it, Curtis.
Yep, too bad. I could probably get it tonight, but you can get it next time.
True.
I'm just on the beach.
Sorry for us rambling about D&D, and I do apologize if I have misspoke in my episode of trying to help utilize dragons to their fullest effect. Which, apparently, according to Curtis, I have, so I apologize.
It could depend.
Well, you can watch the video and give your opinion of it next time.
Yeah.
Alright. Bye. Or, no, not bye. We have an entire day to...
Gee, we still got daylight.
Yeah, we still got daylight.
What's a campaign idea that you, for like a specific, like a monster that you can think of? I gave you mine. What's yours?
Well, we're currently doing it. It's a lich.
That doesn't seem like a lich thing, though.
Well, no. Look at the campaign that I'm running for you, Curtis, right now. And Jackson, whenever he feels like getting on doing it. What is our big bad? You've been introduced to the big bad. You've met the big bad.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah. But are you saying that that's a bad idea for a campaign for a lich?
No. Are you talking about the one about the hero, or...
No. I'm talking about the actual
You're
campaign.
talking about your campaign in general.
Yes. Like, you said,
Yeah, no,
pick a...
I was saying a different one. Pick a different one. Then a campaign you're already wanting. It could be a one-shot. It could be like a full campaign centered around a monster. But like, think of something.
One shot. Who would it be? Constructs. Honestly, constructs. Just a lot of weird constructs.
In what capacity? Like the Modron March style?
No. If you're wanting a one shot, because I love the art style for constructs and the way they like operate. I find them very interesting. But if you're wanting a full campaign of nothing but constructs, I can give you a campaign idea for nothing but construct. A
Modron March.
I don't know how to run a Modron March, and I don't know really what that is, other than the Mount Celestia fucking weird bullshit. I don't know why the Modron March. Nobody knows why the Modron March.
Well, we do vaguely know why they march.
But no, I mean like a evil mage made countless constructs. He's been defeated. Now you have to go in and like collect all like the stuff that he had in his house, which would entail fighting nothing but like helmed horrors, ancient guardians, shield defenders, stuff like that, like constructs, golems.
That could work. Yeah.
Yeah, that. I would love to use more golems, but it's just.
Hey, I know in my campaign you all are totally expecting some to show up at some point.
What?
Golems, like constructs in my campaign.
Oh, I thought you said the Modron were going to show up in your campaign. I was like, what? Why are they coming here?
The Modron launch. No, I just mean constructs in general. Because I know, like, you all know the setting in which you exist. And, like,
all right.
I don't throw some constructs at you.
But anyhow, it is time to sign off. Curtis, do you have your fun fact ready?
See, why can't you ever have a fun
I was expecting you to have a D&D fun fact ready.
That would require me looking at the... That would require me reading the books. reading through all the books. I could probably literally open a book, but it's behind a bunch of stuff. God, that's an annoying. That sounds fucking annoying. Russia has 11 time zones.
Yeah, because they are close to the Arctic Circle. Alright, there's your fun fact. Russia can't keep track of time.
That just sounds. That sounds so annoying.
Yeah.
I suppose most of it isn't even inhabited, to be fair, but like,
Yeah.
it's still annoying.
Anyhow. Bye!